Welcome, everybody. Today we're going to talk about chemical changes. Our essential question is this: what evidence can help us determine if a chemical change has occurred? What can we look for to tell if something has changed chemically? Some vocabulary that we're going to introduce today so that you understand a little bit more about this. An atom is a basic unit of matter. We'll talk more about this later, but just for today, know this. An atom is a basic unit of matter. And so all matter is made up of atoms. We have used the word particle for this before. So an example is hydrogen, which is represented by an H. Another term that we will use today is molecule. A molecule is just two or more atoms that are bonded, or in other words, stuck together. An example of this would be water, H2O. So chemical reactions are reactions or changes that occur when two or more molecules interact and the molecules change into a new substance. So what that means is bonds are between atoms are broken and created to form new molecules. So if H2O or water changes in a chemical reaction, it is no longer H2O. It is something else. Hydrogen and oxygen separated from each other. A chemical change is when two or more substances join to form new substances with new chemical properties. Some examples of chemical changes: iron rusting, gas burning, eggs cooking, and bread rising. Some signs of chemical changes, things to look for that will tell you that a chemical change has occurred. 1. Unexpected color change. 2. Unexpected temperature change. 3. Combustion, burning. 4. Precipitates form. And 5. Bubbles form. So what is an unexpected color change? It's when new molecules created in a chemical reaction radiate light differently, producing new colors. Some examples of things that change color: fireworks, in the fall when leaves change from green to orange and red. Those are chemical changes. Unexpected temperature change. During chemical bonding, the energy is released or absorbed, making their surroundings hotter. Some examples: adding baking soda to vinegar causes the temperature to decrease. Body temperature increases to fight infections. That's what a fever is. Combustion and burning, another thing to look for to tell if something has changed chemically. A chemical reaction between substances, usually including oxygen, accompanied by giving off heat or light. This is a permanent change that cannot be undone. Examples: wood burning, candles, rusting. Another thing you may look for are precipitates. So when precipitates form, a solid suddenly appears in a solution and settles to the bottom, collects on another object, or makes the solution cloudy. So you can see in that picture on that copper coil, we have a precipitate growing on there. That is a chemical change. Other examples of chemical changes: milk souring or bathtub rings. You can also look for bubbles forming or gas being released. When gases produced in a chemical reaction are released, you might see some bubbles. Some examples: Alka-Seltzer. Or when you mix vinegar and baking soda, you will get bubbles. Something to note about bubbles is that not always are they the indicator of a chemical change. Think about boiling. Boiling is a physical change, a change of state. So as we leave, think about this question. Betty and her grandson decide to bake a cake. They gather eggs, flour, sugar, salt, baking soda, oil, and vinegar. All the ingredients are measured and mixed together, and they bake it for 30 minutes. When they bake the cake, did the ingredients undergo a physical change or a chemical reaction? How do you know?